basically it's a tape synth that I constructed. It's inspired by a number of different projects online which I'd seen, which involve, yeah, essentially it's a CV gate operated cassette player. You can record on it still. It does have a built-in microphone which you can record onto. You can record in. I have other tape decks which I sometimes use to record. Sometimes I record onto this one. It is a mic input, but you can record a line into that, no problem. You just have to turn it down on your device because there's no trim on this. So then, yeah, once you've got whatever you want to control, you listen to. Basically, it's like I've designed it like it's a synth, and the tape is basically the oscillator. What's on here, the sounds on here, would be what the oscillator would do in a synth. So we'll come back to that in a minute. I'll just talk a bit more about the design. I call it the super drive because of this. This is a panel from a VCR, actually, still tape, of course, which I bolted the two sides together with. It actually bolts together inside the case here with these two bolts here, that you can see that, and you can see that in the battery compartment at the top there. See a little nut fastening them together, and these are the signals going to the extra circuitry to and from, basically voltage and CV and stuff. So I'll come to that in a moment. Yeah, so when you bolt them together at those points, the thing wants to sort of come in a V shape almost, this one going this way and this one going that way. So I fastened this panel onto the front so that it would bring it back flat, and I added, it's got these feet on it, so it's like a whole piece now. So you've got 2 feet on that side, 2 on that side, and it holds it down nicely on the table. There were some old controls on here from the original device. If you're familiar with that, you'll know there's like two little dials there, but yeah, they're not in use anymore, so I covered them up. It looks neater, and yeah, you're not using them, so just get them out of the way. They're all very short screws which go into the case, so you can see just the end of the screw protruding there, but you need, if you any longer, and it can start touching the cassette, you know. And same with this handle. I put this handle on so that you can operate it easier, because yeah, there's just, you can grab the edge here, but there's little to get hold of, and it's nice to just be able to flip it open. I think that's a transformer cover originally. I've recycled this. This is a recycle handle as well, which yeah, just to make it easier to flip it up off the table. Got my little branding logo sticker on there it's got the website address on it. So yeah, it's I always find they look nicer without any kind of legends on here, but then you don't really know what they are if you've never used it before. So with this one, I put them on the side. So you've got envelope 1 and envelope 2. So that's envelope 1 is this section, and envelope 2 is that one. So you've got an attack and a release for both envelopes. So basically the sound is on the tape. The tape is playing continually. You give a CV voltage to the device. He then passes that directly to the motor, tells it to go a particular speed, fast or slow, depending on how high that voltage is. There is an audio output here, which is like basically twin mono output, so you can send to an effect and you can just send to a mixer on the same output. So I thought that was handier to have two, you know, you can just process one of them differently to the other one. And then you've got 2 gate inputs, so it's CV gate. The gate 1 is that's the internal envelope, so it's just an attack and release. Envelope 2 is just external, so that's envelope 2 out, so that's just for controlling other devices with a simple envelope generator. Envelope 1, the signal from that, the voltage, goes to a low pass gate, which then goes to the audio out. So it's basically it's a low pass gate, which is similar to a VCA, but it's using a Vactrol and LED to open and close the gate. So gate 1 triggers both envelopes to be generated if you've only got one gate signal. These are both linked. You can trigger both gates, both envelopes independently of each other if you have another gate signal. So you can use this one independently of this one, or you can have gate 1 triggering both envelopes at the same time. So when you plug a signal, gate signal into gate 2, then it disconnects gate 1 from triggering them both. So yeah, I just thought to build that in to give it a little bit more different functionality if you wanted to trigger the second envelope differently. I decided on that because I only made a simple attack release, and then I realised I had quite a lot of space left over on the case, not inside but on the front panel. So I thought, you know, I'll just put the same envelope gen in there and have 2 of them, and then have one you can control something else with that. So it's handy to have another control voltage. So it's got DC 12 volt CC in. It's tip positive. I only ever make the things tip positive. I'll probably put a note on that somewhere because it is important. He then there's like a step down converter in here, converts it down to the 3.3 that this guy needs to run, so then it passes that straight through. The audio from this one goes to the audio input of the low pass gate, like the VCA, and if you plug in the ear signal here, then that will take the audio out of this socket and it will disconnect it from the low pass gate here, the VCA here. So you could take the same audio that's on the tape here, you can process it with this one, or you can just take the raw audio out of tape and you can put it into a different voltage controlled amplifier. So like any kind of modular, you could put it into the O-Coast, for example. I've used it in that, which has a multi-stage envelope, so you can process it in any other way you like. It's just going to disconnect it from the rest of this one, so you can still control the speed, and then the audio is just going to come out that one instead. So yeah, I think that's the main features. Yeah, here we have a little demo. We've got a siren in there now. I'll probably grab a couple of other tapes while we go on with it. Yeah, so you can see it's playing already. It's going to be sequenced by the SQ1. This guy's going to play a loop along with it, the PO33, the sampler, going through this Boss mixer. We're going to record a line level as well. We've got that one, which I'm going to introduce in a minute. That's the tape delay I made. Also, we're going to introduce that on the second track. So yeah, okay. So I'm show you. Okay, so it's stepping through the steps. You put it on random. It depends what the level out is. I'll just select that again. Oh, yeah, okay, so you've got 5 volts, 1 volt, 8 volts is the highest, and you've got linear, which means it's going to be in tune if you put it on in tune for a siren. It's like going up and down in tune all the time. So he's just holding the envelope open now. Just press the button. So when we run it, the duty cycle has quite a large effect on the envelope. You get quite scratchy sounds as you make it smaller. It's best to have it about halfway really, and then you can use the envelope to fast attack, long release, long attack, long release. So you could use a combination with the duty cycle It's like the pulse it's giving to the gate, so I don't really understand why it has exactly such quite a large effect on it, but pretty low for a percussive sound. Okay, so yeah, you get it on a different thing, and then you think, yeah, that's okay, it's not so interesting, but it's when you start dropping some steps, drop a couple of active steps, maybe increase the speed a bit, and then you put a slide in there. And then you've got the beat in there. So yeah, some amazing effects, different patterns with the slide, duty cycle, stepping the gates on and off. So yeah, a lot of fun. We're just only on that one track. Just going to change patterns again. Dark in there, isn't it? Okay, so just press up on that one. So now introduce him with the tape delay. He's going to be it's on the second channel. It's got a dual output, so one output's going straight to here and one output's going straight to the mixer. A bit straight, that one. Tempo. So that's with a siren noise. Yeah, I think it's getting kind of a bit dark in here to continue filming for too long, but yeah, I'll come back with another video with a beat in there. I mean, maybe we can continue that right now, but I'm just going to see if we can find a tape. Okay, I managed to quickly find a tape with loops on it instead of just a tone. So this is like it's some composite reggae loop I put out of some of the beats. So it's playing already. So now he's just going to give him like random speeds for the loop, and he's going to be going to the delay. We can also send the control voltage from the CV out B to the tape speed, the tape delay that I made, and that will change the tape speed, so the delay speed in time with whatever voltage comes out of there. So okay, cool. You can hear the motor speed as it goes up and down. It's just on random. So if we change the function to slow, it'll stop playing it really slowly. So 2 volts, 5 volts, and then full range. It's not going to sound in time with that anymore, even though it is going in time, but it's obviously just too crazy. Oh yeah, I love it. Sounds like one of the tapes is going to end, which it might. It's quite a nice textured tape sound, everything's off tape. So yeah, the delay's off tape. Stop and back in again. When we get to step jump, we can. So that's what's on the tape at that speed of that particular pot, is at a certain speed. That's new. Step on there. So we can jump between slow and fast.